Alrighty, what's up y'all, and welcome to today's episode of Stuff I Did Just So I Can Make a Video. I decided to clean my chain. Of course, this is part of your normal T-clocks, normal motorcycle maintenance, and for me, this particular video took a few months because I started it like at the end of last season, and then I got distracted and other stuff happened and I couldn't remember what I was doing, and I just decided to pick it up because I needed to make a video so I could put it out on YouTube so you guys can watch it, critique it, and click it and like it, and you know, buy the Insta360 and go to the Instagram and all the fun things that all us YouTubers have to say because we can't survive without it. Anywho, let me catch my buddy real quick because speeding is absolutely necessary in this situation. So I wanted to test out the validity of some of the claims that were for certain motorcycle cleaners, aka kerosene, for the purposes of this video. Now, the things that I've seen about kerosene are 50-50, right? Some old school owner's manuals literally call for kerosene as the motorcycle cleaner. I've seen videos from Revzilla. I will put these sources down below so you don't have to use your brain noodle and look for them. I will do them for you. And I just wanted to try it myself, right? You got some people like DID, the chain manufacturer, that say do not use kerosene because it will ruin your chain. It's not made for sealed chains, blah, blah, blah. And then you got older other manuals, so, such as the Gixxer, some of the older 250s, literally say kerosene in the manual, which is crazy. Other sources say, hey, kerosene is awesome. I've been using it for 45 years. I ain't crashed yet. It's usually that one person is just super lucky, or the one person that had a bad experience that says kerosene sucks, it ruined my life, right? So what I did was I let my chain get dirty under normal riding circumstances, and I first cleaned it with the Motorex chain cleaning solution. It's awesome. I've used it for all of my bikes for years. It smells great. I mean, not if you're stuck in a room cleaning a chain, it might as well smell good, right? And it does the job. It does not call for water, so it does leave some residue even if you take your shop towel and clean everything off as best as possible. The chain does look awesome after it's cleaned, but to the touch you can still feel the residue because it does not call for any other method of rinsing to clean the material off other than using your chain brush and a towel to get anything extra off. You let it sit, kind of let it evaporate off gas a little bit, and then you apply your chain wax. And for this scientific experiment, I used the Maxima chain wax each time because that's what I use. I became a Maxima fan a couple years ago. It's awesome. You can visually see when it goes on, and it leaves a nice coating of wax instead of grease or gel, and it's a very non-flingy compound, so it's really great for sticking to the chain. Yeah, my buddy's confused about life right now. Anyway, the second time, I'm sorry, did I finish saying? Oh, the chain looked great. It came off well. It left a little residue. So the next thing I did was let the chain get dirty again. And for each time I let it get dirty, I took new video because I wanted to show that it actually was dirty. Of course, I could have recycled the old video, but that's lying. We don't do that around here. So what I did was use the Maxima chain cleaner because it's formulated to remove Maxima wax, which I use on my chain. Now, this stuff was harsh. It took the damn vortex symbol off my sprocket. I just got this damn sprocket, and now I was butt-ass naked because it took the vortex name off. Nobody knows how cool I am with vortex sprockets. I'm so upset. But that does mean it was pretty damn strong cleaner to get the Maxima chain wax off of the chain. Left it feeling really good, and this recipe calls for water. You're supposed to rinse off to get the final product of a very clean but also very wet chain that you're supposed to let dry or try to blow dry. I don't like to do the forced air with the you could use an actual leaf blower or something like that, which I have, or you could use compressed air, but compressed air is a little too violent. I don't want to spray any water unnecessarily into the joints in between the actual rolling pins in the center of the chain. That can happen, and if you use a pressure washer, that can happen. Not saying it always will, but it's a pressure washer. It uses pressure to wash. Pretty self-explanatory that the pressure is not something that chain was engineered to withstand water blowing up its blowhole. Anyway, the chain was clean, minimal residue because I rinsed it off, and then I reapplied the chain wax evenly each time. And then the final test was for the kerosene. The kerosene stinks. It's kind of like You're like old school when you used to clean your windows with vinegar. If anybody's that old, if your mom's that old, because I know your mama old. It stinks, but the job the job it does is amazing. Now, I think the reason people were shying away from kerosene is because it does too good a job. Like, literally, when I started spraying the kerosene, the dirt, the grime, the old chain wax was just falling off. It was destroying everything in its path. I did check and see if it was okay for X and O-rings. That the jury's out. People say it doesn't do anything. I think they're more worried about the fact that it removes so much grease that they are afraid that if that kerosene got into the rollers, that it would also remove the inners of the, hold on, let me shut my yap. Stuff be crazy around here. Safety first, know what I mean? And the chain would effectively become way more worn prematurely because of the lack of grease. Now, I think that's a fear for all chain cleaners. Like, it's the chain cleaner's job is to seek and destroy the dirt and the grease inside the chain, right? So if you have a compromised X or O-ring anyway, and you get a cleaning solution into it, it's going to do its job. It's going to remove the grease. So I don't really worry about that too much with the kerosene. Also, for the intents and purposes of this experiment, my chain was cold. I did not clean my chain while warm. Every time my chain was cleaned, it was room temperature-ish. Whatever the temperature in the garage was at the time. And the metal parts, the O-rings, the X-rings, were not in their maximum expansion because they do expand. Google it. Don't even trust me. Just look it up. And then when I re-greased my chain, also cold. I let the wax set up for 10 to 15 minutes each time before trying to ride again. And today is the day that I used the kerosene, the final day and third trial in my test. And my bike is riding very, very smooth. Now, the longevity of my chain, has it been affected? I'm not sure. Jury's out on that for now. I will check my chain. The tightness was at its perfect setting. Now, granted, this is a new chain. I don't expect this to be affected by the kerosene at all, but I will keep an eye on it. Will I use the kerosene again? Probably. Will I use my Maxima chain cleaner? Yes, because I bought it and I got to use it. And I can use the kerosene in like a porch lamp or some crap that people use in their backyards. Anyway, I think that's enough yapping for this video. Check out the results that I posted. Check out the Instagram. Buy the 360. Listen, when I say buy the Insta360, don't just go buy an Insta360. You suck. Use my links, right? Like that. Why would you not use my links? Because that ain't what I'm going for. So I need to be clear in my communications. Use my links, buy some stuff, help a brother out, and I'll catch you guys later.